Hey guys, Ben from KCT here, home of the gun and gear reviews you can use. Recording live here from the Booms rooms, of course, world famous Talking Hands, and we're going to go ahead and cover a couple things today about the evolution of the BCM charging handle. Now, a lot of you probably know about the BCM charging handle. The Mod 4, I think, is one of the more popular ones. I've had them on all of my rifles at some point or another, and still got like 4 or 5 of them, just kind of kicking around. So I really do like the design, but it has evolved over the years. Now we kind of have the Mod 4B, which is the newest one there from BCM. But let's start with the original one, and we'll kind of go through what the differences are. So this is basically the first edition there. You can see, perhaps, so at that Voltor logo on there, and it does say patent pending. It does have the standard kind of little gap there that you'd see with the charging handle to go up against the end of the receiver. And then, of course, there is that lever that is limited for over travel, so that you don't end up bending that with a roll pin or anything like that, which is really the key to the Mod 4's success, as well as all the other ones that they make. So that's one big piece there. They do make ambi ones now, but we're not going to concern ourselves with that right now, just the standard ones. And so that's been working for a long time. Again, I bought these probably, oh God, maybe 10 years ago, something like that, when they're on sale at Primary Arms. And you can see there's some wear there, and mostly it is on the right side, because as I charge from the left with one hand, that will pull the charge handle against the receiver on the right hand side of the handle. But I mean, still holding up, still holding strong there. A little bit of exposed metal where the receiver rear kind of lines up and mix that there. But again, nothing too major there. And yeah, still in good use or good shape after all this use, after all these years. And yeah, again, it's still one of my favorite handles if I'm looking for a non-ambi charging handle. The Mod 4, I think the Mod 3 is too big for me personally, and the Mod 1 is small enough that I'm just like, why are we doing this? So, but let's go ahead and take a look at the second one. And the first one did say patent pending on the side of it. You'll actually see, let's see here. Yep, you'll actually see by where my thumb is, they actually have the patent number now on the charging handle. And everything is pretty much the same, except a couple things. On the newer one, they do have these little, I don't even know what you call them, protrusions there. And the thing is basically just to keep that lined up with the receiver, stop it from wobbling or anything like that, as well as block some of the gas that can come out if you're firing suppressed, or just if you have a gassy rifle. And that is mirrored up here by this gas scallop. Now, if we look at the original one, we see that although it has that normal cutout, that it doesn't have that aggressive gas scallop in the back. And my understanding with that is sort of like the PRI gas buster charging handle, where it creates a little bit of a barrier behind the receiver to stop gas coming directly back into the shooter's face when the gun cycles. So then they just kind of rounded it out a little bit more on the back end there compared to the first one. The latches look pretty much the same. In fact, I would doubt that there's actually any difference there. And the springs are good. Again, it's just a great piece of work. Again, they did a great job kind of updating that to make sure that, you know, if you're running a suppressor or whatever, that you were getting less gas in your face. So if you do have a gassy rifle and you can find one of these, I would definitely say it's a good investment. I don't really like the PRI gas buster. It's just way too expensive for what it is, where the BCM to me seems more like an altogether just better generalist route. So anyways, your mileage may vary. So that is the updated Mod 4 that BCM released. And they didn't really say anything about these. They didn't go out and really advertise, as far as I know. They didn't really put it out in trade publications, hey, we're doing something different. It was just, hey, these are the product improvements we've made over this one to this one. and here you are, you're gonna like it. So then we move on to the most radical departure from the whole thing, which is the Mod 4B. Now, this is much different from the other ones, as you can see. Not just the fact that it's painted, a little bit smaller overall, but as you can see with the previous ones, they have an extended latch. But this one does not. It's basically you're pulling on that side of the charging handle rather than seeing an extended latch. Now, I'm used to being able to just run my hand back here and just charge the gun, blade it, smack it, however I want to do it. Again, as you can see, there's quite a significant difference between those two. Now, I think it's a testament to the design of the Bravo Company engineers that I've not had a problem with this sort of more limited charging handle compared to the previous ones. It works. I would prefer the original or the second generation, but this is pretty darn good for what it is. It is redesigned, as you can see here. It does not have those little protrusions on the bottom. It does have the gas scallop there, and then again, they just sort of cut the handle in half, or the latch, and actually had that be the latching piece for you on the receiver. And of course, it is limited in its travel, and so the same things you'd expect from a normal BCM charging handle. So you got the gas scallops on top. Obviously, they've moved the roll pin from here to here, in keeping with the newer design. And then underneath, again, you don't have those protrusions. You can see where everything is sort of almost like one piece, and then they cut it, versus this, which is obviously two parts that they went ahead and made there. So I like it. I like the previous ones better, but I don't see them on their website anymore. So that's a little bit of a pain. Again, I would like a ton of these. Realistically, though, I do use a lot of the next level armament and ambi charging handles. I have a Cinder Core. Those things are like unicorns tiers. Those things are awesome, unbelievably cool. They're just an ambi charging handle with almost no moving parts. And yeah, but still, I mean, these three handles are in three different guns that I currently run. So definitely these are things that I would still use, when it comes to running those guns. So again, you can see the same kind of wear. They all have pretty much the same kind of wear developing there, because I charge mostly from the left directly. And then you can see, of course, that the serrations here are only on this one side here. There's nothing, if you wanted to pull back like a traditional overhand charge, you can definitely do that. But similar to the previous offerings, if you wanted to do that, there is no serrations or any sort of gripping surface there. So that is the evolution of the BCM charging handle. Again, the new one is considered the Mod 4B, and it is the newer one that they've come out with. And I don't know if it's supposed to be completely separate in terms of it's a new family of development versus these, or if it's just sort of a product improvement or an iterative development in the charging handle. But either way, it works great. I like the larger latch, but I mean, it's an AR. You can find a lot of stuff to go ahead and cater a rifle to your taste if you need to. So, but yeah, other than that, that is pretty much all I've got today on that subject there. So if you're looking for a good charging handle, definitely check them out. Again, if you find one of these, I would say order it wherever it is if you're looking for something like that, because again, Bravo doesn't offer them on their website. I'm sure you can find them somewhere in the internet, but this is currently their offering. So if you like this, awesome. If you're looking for something else, definitely get out on one of those if you can find it. So, but yeah, other than that, I just wanted to say, guys, be kind to yourselves when you're thinking about life. As somebody who struggled myself with personal image and things like that, and honestly mental health, being kind to yourself it's an irreplaceable gift, and it's not being forgiving of things that you should still work on. It's not taking things to heart, but giving yourself peace and some grace is really important. So guys, I know that everybody's out there struggling right now with COVID. Everyone's at the lockdown. We haven't hardly been out to shoot in quite a while. Just give yourself a little bit more slack. My wife is always like, hey, you're so critical of yourself. And it really shows. When I'm being critical is when I start to have those problems where I'm just not feeling so hot. So, yeah, anyways, guys, that's just kind of my thought for the day, my little positivity. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see y'all real soon. Peace.